Hello everyone, this is Will Rosenblum again, librarian trainee at the Belmore Memorial Library, and today we're going to do a fun little tea talk. I love tea, I drink tea every day, but so often I think here in the United States, considering that coffee is king here, a lot of people don't know how to properly make tea. A lot of the time I'll see this, a tea bag into a mug, and then there. No. Or worse, I'll see fill this up with water, stick it in here. Oh, that's even worse. So 90% of the time, I do just put the tea bag in the mug and then I'll boil water in an electric kettle like this. You can also use a stovetop kettle right on the range if you prefer. But sometimes it's really nice to do a proper pot of loose leaf tea. You can get loose leaf teas on different online sellers. If you ever need help navigating the web, go to ask@belmorelibrary.org because a lot of supermarkets don't have loose leaf tea. And I use tea bags a lot. I love tea bags. They're very convenient, but when you want to do a really proper, when you have the time to do a proper tea time, I think it's fun to use loose leaves. So we're going to take our electric kettle, we're going to fill that up with water fresh out of the tap. Never reboil water. The water is going to lose the oxidation and the tea's not going to taste as good. So always fresh out of the tap. We're going to just fill that up. Okay, we'll do about a little over a liter for this one. Okay, that should be about good. Excellent. And we'll just set that on to boil. Always a full boil for black tea. Okay, green tea, you like a little under boil. Herbal tea, which isn't really tea, that also should be a full boil. And black tea, definitely the full boil. You're not going to get the same infusion if you use water that's not in full boil. And water that comes out of the Keurig or the microwave is definitely not going to be at a full boil. So this is what I recommend. Now, we'll go over and do our tea. You can get all kinds of blends at different online stores, but I'm actually going to make my own blend right now. We have 3 leaf origins here. We have Darjeeling, we have Assam, and we have Ceylon. Darjeeling and Assam are regions of northern India where tea has been grown for hundreds of years, and Ceylon is what the British once called Sri Lanka. So your traditional English breakfast blend or Irish breakfast blend is usually going to be a mix of Assam, we'll do 1 spoonful, and Ceylon, we'll do 2 spoonfuls of Ceylon. Other times you'll have East African teas as well. Kenya, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Rwanda, those are all areas where tea is grown. I'm just going to take that in the jar and mix it up so that we have a nice blend of the 2. We're not going to add any Darjeeling. Darjeeling is very light and I like that on its own. I don't like to blend that with the other 2 too much. So now we've got our nice blend of tea. Just take a nice look at those leaves. Very, very nice. As soon as our water is boiled, we're going to use it to warm up the pot. So we'll come back as soon as the water is boiled. Okay, so our water is just about to boil. As soon as that clicks, we're at the rolling now. Just get that click. There we go. We'll take that and we'll just take a look at our pot here. I'm just going to put a very little bit inside the pot to warm it up to help get the pot warm so that the infusion process with the tea is a little better and a little faster. And we're also just going to warm up the cups with a little bit of water as well. Okay, we'll just dump that water out. So now our pot and our cups are nice and warmed. Okay, and now we'll take our leaves, put them into the pot, and pour all the water right over it. Excellent. And we will just cover that and let that steep for 4 minutes. Okay, so in 4 minutes time, we will pour our tea. But I definitely think between 3 and 5 minutes for black tea. 4, I think, is the magic number. So we'll come back in 4 minutes and we'll pour our first cup. Okay, so our tea has steeped for 4 minutes, so come on over. We're gonna take a strainer. You might have an infuser pot, which is great, but this one is not, so always pour through a strainer so that you don't get any leaves in your cup. A matter of great debate, actually, amongst Brits is, should the milk go in first or should the tea go in first? Are you a Miffy, milk in first, or a Tiffy, tea in first? So we'll do both ways. A Tiffy, we just pour the tea directly into the cup, leaving a little bit of room for milk, and then the milk after. And just give that a quick stir. Excellent. And of course the Miffy would do the opposite. In goes the milk. I myself think of, I think of myself as a Miffy personally. And we'll put the tea in right after. And you don't have to worry about leaving room because you've already done it. And there you go, we have 2 lovely cups of homemade English breakfast tea. Well, not homegrown, but home blended. Definitely don't want to grow tea here in the United States. You don't even grow tea in England. All the best tea is grown in Asia and Africa. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next week.